Hello, my dear students. I hope during this lockdown time you are studying well with the notes and the videos which I have provided. But along with that, I'll definitely um, try to clear your doubts which you have raised. So, today we will be discussing the topic that is Maxwell's bridge. Um, this is one of the method which is of AC bridges, and the main aim here is to measure the unknown inductance in a arm. The arm which is unknown here, now this is R2 and L2. Okay, this is the arm where I don't know the value of this, so I need to vary accordingly. Your main target will be, you will vary L2 and R2 in such a way, because this is variable inductance and variable resistance, so that during the variation you will keep on noting that detector is showing zero current or not. At the instant the detector shows zero current, it means the bridge is balanced, and you know that what is the balanced bridge condition, that is Z1 into Z4 is equal to Z2 into Z3. So this is our base. Okay, so now we will find out how to use this concept to calculate the value of L2 and R2. Okay, this small R2 is the inbuilt resistance, a few you can say milli ohm resistance present along with this L2. Okay, and this is a little bit higher resistance used to control the flow of current. Fine. So as we have all discussed in the last videos, first we need to find out Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4. Okay, so Z1 means we need to see the arms, that does it consist of resistance and inductance or resistance and capacitance. So let's come to Z1. So Z1 is R and L, so it can be written as R1 plus j omega L, as we discussed in the last video. Similarly Z2 is R2, since this is also a small r2 present in series, so r2 plus small r2 plus j omega L2. Okay, similarly Z3 is only purely a resistor, so R3, and it is also a purely resistor, that is R4. So let's just see what are these terms. R1 and L1 are unknown values. Okay, sorry, I think I made a mistake. Sorry, R1 and L1 are unknown. Okay, you need to vary this R2 and L2 in order to get a detector current 0. Okay, so remember this, I said by mistake, R1 and L1 are unknown. Okay, R3 and R4 are known, and R2 and L2 are variable resistance present in the circuit, variable resistance, and it is variable inductance, with fixed value of resistance small r2. Okay, so anyways, just your work is that you have to find out the impedance in each arms, write down the in polar format or in the rectangular format, and then use this balanced condition. Okay, so let's see that we can find out the value of R1 and L1 or not. So we know, as per the AC bridge condition, for a balanced condition your work is Z1 into Z4 is equal to Z2 into Z3. So you have already calculated these values, so you are just replacing them. R1 plus j omega L into R4 is equal to, Z2 was R2 plus j omega L2 plus R2. Okay, I wrote the same thing, and Z3 was replaced by its value. Now just cross multiply all the values. R1 into R4 plus j omega L1 R4. Similarly, R3 was multiplied, R2 into R3 plus j omega L2 into R3 plus R2 into R3. Now what you did, you brought all the real terms one side and imaginary terms, that is which consist of j, at other side. Okay, while discussing in the first video I have already said your main target is to equate the real terms and also to equate the imaginary terms. Okay, you can follow up. If you have forgotten that, then you can follow up the first video. Fine. So after that we brought all the real terms one side and all the imaginary terms another side. Now what? To calculate the unknown resistance and inductance, what we do? We equate real parts and here we equate imaginary parts. Okay, so these are the real parts. So R1 into R4 is equal to R3 into R2 plus small r2. So here we got the value of R1. Similarly, here we got it when we equated the imaginary terms, we got the value of L1. In this way only the calculation for Maxwell bridge method is utilized to calculate the unknown value of inductance and resistance connected in series with it. Okay, fine. Thank you.